5 years. We waited 5 years for this sequel. And I hate to say it, but they were not cooking. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about The Old Guard 2, the long-awaited sequel to the surprise 2020 Netflix hit. Charlize Theron and the gang are back, but that's about it. So right off the bat, this film just doesn't hit the same as the original. The first Old Guard had heart, some mystery, and grounded emotional core that kind of pulled you in, even if it was about immortal warriors with ancient beef. This time around, it feels like the spark is missing. The characters are still fun to be around, no question, like Niall, Booker, Andy, Joe, and Nikki. They still have that chemistry, but the story and overall film structure, it was just underwhelming. There's more lore this time around, which sounds great on paper, but the way it expands isn't always satisfying. It's more convenient than clever. Now let's talk about the villains. We waited 5 years, and this is what we get. A generic corporate evil type villain with no weight, no presence, no menace. And then you have, Quinn, who's now working with Discord. Yeah, these names are crazy. Yeah, you heard me right, okay? Her motivations as a kind of a side villain are just dumb, helping out Uma Thurman's character. And after that powerful tease in the first movie, I expected a deep emotional reckoning between her and Andy. Instead, it feels like a rushed subplot that never really fully justifies itself by the way that we get to the end of the film. And the power swapping plotline really muddies the sequel, and it's less grounded action fantasy tone that made it stand out like the original. Now, I will say this. The action is still great. There's some slick choreography, some cool team dynamics. There's a cool fight scene in the beginning, for example. And you can tell the cast put in the work. If you came for stylish takedowns and blood-splattered slow-mo, you'll probably leave satisfied in the front. Pacing-wise, it actually moves pretty well. I was never really bored. But at the same time, I kept waiting for the movie to slow down and give us more world building, more team building, something deeper. It just keeps pushing forward without really planting any emotional stakes. And the whole time I kept saying, it feels like this is like part one of a part two film. And then we get to the ending. Uma Thurman's character is teased, and the final fight is just so boring. For all that build-up, there's no emotional weight, no tension, and no payoff until, I guess, the third movie, because we got a cliffhanger. Let me just say this. We waited 5 years for that. It's not exciting. It's not satisfying. It's not even well set up. It's one of those endings that feels like a placeholder, like they assumed that they had a guaranteed part 3 and just kind of stopped the movie early. And it genuinely actually made me mad, which is something that doesn't usually happen to me in films. The Old Guard 2 isn't awful. It's watchable, of course. The cast still has charisma. The action's there. But the plot is messy. The villains are weak. And the emotional weight just does not land. It's a classic case of sequel syndrome. More moving parts, less soul. After waiting half a decade, this one left me disappointed, and I'm not sure I'm even interested in a part 3 anymore. Because what are you going to do in that? Finish the story, wrap it up with another cliffhanger for a fourth one? I'm good, buddy. So with that, let me know what you thought of The Old Guard 2 down below, because I'm going to give this film a 5.5 out of 10. Are you interested in the third one? Do you think that they wasted 5 years of your time? Drop a like if you enjoy reviews like this, and don't forget to subscribe if you already haven't already. And with that, thank you guys for watching.